Hello wonderful people and welcome to Preview.
It's good to be with you again this morning, although I'm very tired from watching the Eurovision last night. This preview though is jam-packed, so should we get started?
Let's go for it. Our pastoral team has always been looking for ways to serve and care for the most vulnerable in our church family. And as warmer weather approaches, it gives us the opportunity to organise some special events.
So with that in mind, we are planning 3 outdoor picnics that will adhere to strict COVID protocols, which are designed to facilitate some social and community time for the medically vulnerable, or those needing extra clear COVID security when in a public gathering.
The first of these socially distanced picnics will take place on Monday, the 23rd of May at 12 p.m. Food will be provided free of charge, so all you need to do is sign up and come along. So you can find out more about this at kingsarms.org/picnic.
Next, we have an exciting new course starting called Still I Rise. Let's watch this short video and find out a little bit more about it.
Hi guys, I'm Danica and I'm here to talk about the Still I Rise course starting very soon. Guys, it's open to all ethnic minorities within the King's Arms family. It will be a chance to explore our experiences of racism, what it feels like to stand amongst those challenges and how we can find our true identity as children of God. You do not want to miss it. So sign up today while there is still time. Go to kingsarms.org/stillirise. That starts on the 7th of June and 7:45. See you there.
Great stuff. For more information on this course and to sign up, you can go to kingsarms.org/stillirise.
Before we share our final announcement for this morning, we want to take a moment to share an uplifting story we heard recently.
We love this story because it's a great example of a creative way to bless someone and how through a small act of obedience, someone else's life was impacted in a meaningful way.
One of our volunteers on one of our Sunday teams shared this story with us. I always collect my spare change in a big jar, and at the end of the year I ask God who to bless with it. I strongly felt God tell me to go to Tesco. As soon as I parked up, I spotted a lady and felt God say, bless her with this money. So I went inside and got the coins changed into Tesco vouchers and went to find her.
At first, the lady looked very shocked and almost offended, insisting that she didn't need or want the money. But after explaining my reasoning for wanting to bless her with the money, she shared how her daughter's husband walked out on her and her daughter's 2 children, and she was struggling to make ends meet. The lady was going to give the money to her daughter, and she was so grateful for this act of kindness and hearing that God cared for her.
That really inspires me to keep asking God for who I should bless. What a great story. And if you have a short story or testimony, we would love to hear from you too. Take a look at this next slide to find out how you can share it with us. And finally, today is an important morning for us as a church family, as it's our Vision Offering Sunday. We've been hearing about our vision for this next season, and the 3 words that sum this are, Luke?
Worship, love, and multiply.
Nice. We would love everyone to get involved, and in case you haven't seen our vision video yet, you will get the chance to see it in just a second at the end of this preview.
There will be an opportunity this morning for us to pray and ask God how He might want us to respond financially. To make it as convenient as possible, there are a number of ways you can give.
There will be baskets at the front of church in which you can drop in your filled out offering envelopes, or you can use the card machine at the back, which allows for cards and contactless payments. Contactless and card payments, very high tech, loving it. Or in the vision booklet under ways to give, you can scan the QR code to take you directly to our online giving page. This is very fancy this year, people.
For full details on how to give, please refer to the vision booklet or go to kingsarms.org/vision.
And with that, we'll say goodbye and hand you over to Simon, who's going to share what God is calling us to in this next season in our vision video.
Bye.
Bye.
In the book of Revelation, Jesus speaks to a church and tells them that they need to do the things that they did at first. I think there's a very similar calling from the Lord to all of His church today, to dial back into simple devotion to Him and to remember who we are and who He's made us to be. So as a leadership, we've been asking the big questions. Who are we as a community? Why are we here? What are we called to do? And we feel like there's 3 words that sum up our purpose as a church: to worship, to love, and to multiply. We're called to worship God, to enjoy relationship with the Father the Son and the Spirit. This is a season to prioritize coming into His presence, and we're excited to create some fresh opportunities to encounter the Father's love throughout the year. We also sense the Spirit of God calling us to step out again, expecting signs and wonders as we share our lives with others. We're called to love one another, to live out heaven's culture here on earth. You know, over the last few years, we realized it was those who had genuine community beyond the Sunday morning that were best able to weather the storm. So we're reshaping our Sundays and our group lives so that they increasingly become places where genuine community happens and is built together. Finally, we're called to multiply disciples everywhere so that we can see God's kingdom fill the earth. Some years ago, God promised us that He would pour out a tsunami of His love which would come violently and into every part of the community, into the deepest, the darkest, the hidden places. We'd love to see disciples multiplying into all of those places, and we're going to be training people to do exactly that. You know, with everything going on, it is vital that we're building a healthy church, but also caring for the poor, caring for the disadvantaged in our nation and the nations of the world. So as part of this season, we'd love to raise an additional £100,000 to help fund the things that we feel called to do. To find out more, you can get hold of one of our vision booklets where there's loads more information than we can give here. Let's hear Jesus' call to simplify, to put first things first, to be a people who worship, who love, and who multiply. Come join us.